Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're working on a skid steer that I bought at the Ritchie Brothers auction. It was listed that it had a major oil leak, and I got it for a number that I thought would be comfortable for me to fix the major oil leak. And so that's pretty much what this video is about. I didn't do any explaining at the beginning, so I wanted to give a little bit of background as to what was going on. So hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so the way we had to get this thing into the shop is we took all these bolts out of the sprocket, and actually this spins separate of this torque hub, and that's how we ended up getting it into the shop. So this is a John Deere 319E, a 2015 model skid steer. I purchased this skid steer for, I believe it was either $11,500 or right at $12,000, and that would have been after fees and everything. I think it comes out to right around $13,000. The major oil leak ended up being a major hole in the side of the engine block. So this is, in this first clip here, we are removing the entire rear cradle assembly, which holds the hydraulic cooler, all of the oil filters, hydraulic filters, fuel filters. I mean, there's a lot of stuff right here that has to come out, and it pretty much all attaches to this rear gray piece you see me removing. So once we get that out of the way, then you pretty much have direct access to the engine. The lucky break I was able to get with this machine is that I did not have to buy a new engine for it. I was very fortunate, and I was able to find one that had caught on fire, and I got the engine out of it for only $1,000. And of course it needed to be rebuilt. There was a lot wrong with it, as far as like the outside components go. But when I was initially looking into this thing, it was going to cost me anywhere from $11,000 to $20,000 depending on which route I wanted to go down. And so since we were able to get out for $1,000 on a used engine, I thought that was wonderful. But yeah, we did end up having to get a new head gasket for it, because the head gasket on the other engine, there was a whole bunch of stuff on top of the piston. So later in the video, you will see us honing the cylinders and all that stuff for the new engine to go in. But we also do show some of the damage of that initial engine failure. So I'm finally getting this thing pulled out. It is quite a chore to do. There's a lot of stuff connected here, and there's so much dirt caked everywhere that it is, I mean, it was definitely a task to get it all off. And this thing actually had a hydraulic leak, but you couldn't even tell because there was just so much dirt underneath the engine that we had to scrape out. And that will be rolled outside and pressure washed, because it is, guys, just look at this thing. Just look at the amount of mud. I don't know if y'all can really see, but the bottom of this thing, I mean, it is just caked in mud. So everything's gonna roll outside and be degreased and cleaned, because yeah, this is fun to get apart. But yeah, that's it for today. It's dark. I went inside for a bit, tried to do some research to figure this out, but I couldn't. Turns out I was just one bolt shy. So we're all good now. The swinging door, I assume I was supposed to, I don't really know what I was supposed to do with that, but anyway, we will pull the oil cooler. I can get these lines a little bit better now with a bigger wrench. I was breaking my other wrench trying to get them on, so I didn't want to strip out these too bad, so they were impossible to get back together. Alright, so we got went ahead and got the oil cooler out of the way. Got a little damage to the fins. I'm going to try to kind of straighten those back up before I go back together with it, but can't really help it. The way it's designed, they don't have whatever tools they require, so go ahead and start working on the rest of this. Just let me get this thing out of the day. Alright guys, so getting this engine out was Not really. I'm not going to say it was as difficult as removing that rear cradle. Everything was kind of straightforward. That was just a lot to unhook. There's a lot of computers and electronic pieces that talk to each other on this engine. To be honest, we never removed one before. I will say having these boom arms up would have helped a ton. You can get to a lot more stuff with the boom arms up. I think that's actually how these are designed to be worked on. But we did not have that luxury because the thing didn't run. We probably could have picked it up with a crane if we had that in the shop, but we don't. So we just lived with it, and it worked out in the end, so I guess it's really not that big of a deal. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and stop the voice recording here. There's not a whole lot more that I can really talk about, so I hope you guys are able to pull something from this, and it's useful to you, or in order to fix a John Deere themselves, because there's really when I was looking it up, there's not a whole lot of videos out there about these John Deere Skidsteers. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so we made a mess. We tried to pull the engine, but it looks like this hydraulic pump's going to have to come out with the engine. So Alright, so here are both of our engines. This is our one with a halting block. Here's our new one. Well, new. We're gonna get everything changed over. Cam sensor, crank sensor, all the plugs, wiring. Very last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna swap those injection pumps. I want to get both of these engines, the TDC on compression stroke. Got to figure out exactly how to do that. And then I'm thinking I might be able to pull off these 4 bolts. I think I'm gonna pull them off of this engine because this one's scrap anyway. So if I'm wrong about one of these two, then I'll be able to figure it out that way. But and see if there's an indicator mark that I can line up on these injection pumps, so that when I swap them over, I'm not dealing with timing issues. Because I'm very unfamiliar with this territory. This is the first diesel engine swap I've ever done. Almost like my 3rd engine swap ever. So it's going to be an interesting one for sure. Oh yeah.
It a little fuckered up. You can see the oil pump down there.
Oh, there's the rod. I think I can reach it. Oh yeah.
There's the cap.
The bolts broke. I wonder what causes that. I don't actually know. That's the thing. Read pause it.
Well, I think we kissed a piston, boys. What's the button push rod?
Oh, my car is in it.
Oh. It's pretty straight to me.
I don't know how there's only one. More of these have to be bent, we just can't see it. Alright, so I got both motors tore down. Current plan is to get this one put back together, get it off the stand, and maybe go ahead and get it in the skid steer, get the skid steer out of here, and then at the end of this video we're going to drop the oil pan on this, pull the front cover, and see exactly what went wrong. I don't think anything went wrong underneath the timing cover. It seems like a rod may have just disconnected. But yeah, we're gonna at least look at it. Ready? Yeah. Okay, so obviously we have a hole in the block. Rod disconnected from piston. We know that with number 3. But what we're confused about is that this has what looks like valve contact. You can see there where the marks are. You can see this one where marks are, and you can see all 4 of them where marks are. This one obviously spun. This is number 3. Obviously spun a bit. But over here in this motor, we don't have that. There's nothing. And that's what I would expect to see, is nothing except the spray pattern from the injectors. I'm thinking something else happened in this engine besides the rod cap coming loose. I'm thinking we have a problem underneath the timing cover. Like maybe it jumped the tooth or something. Just something's not quite right with this. So we're going to, like I said before the end of the video, we're going to pull the front cover. We'll pull the oil pan. We'll try to figure out exactly what all went wrong with this engine. But before we do that, like I said, we're going to get that one put back together because we want to disassemble this thing on the stand. Alright, quick messy shop update. Got everything off this block. Like I said, the shop is a disaster right now. I've got to work on that. Got everything off this block. The only thing left to do to the actual block is to swap this cradle over. This one I think is in the same spot, but it just looks different. And I would rather put that other one on it and not have an issue where we have to change it while the engine's in the air. Because there's a lot of stuff that bolts to it right there, like there's a clamp for this or for another wiring harness, and then there's the actual alternator bracket bolts here. So it's kind of a whole thing to change it later. Plus this one's not clean at all. I'd have to take it off and clean it. And I already cleaned and painted this one. So I set it right in here to dry because we've had rainstorms last couple days, but it's all ready to go now. And it was pretty rusty, so I just went ahead and threw some paint on it. Hazelty. Yeah, got the head soaking in the sink over here because we don't have a parts washer. So it's just in here soaking in some Purple Power. Hopefully I can get all the carbon and everything loosened up so it's easy to clean. And then we were going to check it for straightness, put new umbrella seals in the valves. Alright, so head's all cleaned up. Went ahead and lapped the valves and got all the springs reinstalled, new umbrella seals, and I got all the studs back in. We're going to drop this thing in place now. I'm going to do a quick spray off of this, and then we're going to drop it on the engine over there with our new gasket. Alright, the engine's set in. We're gonna get it hooked up and pray that it runs. Because I, for some reason, have doubts. Alright, so here we are back on this thing. Got all the hydraulics hooked up yesterday. So I just gotta tighten down the bolt for that clamp and the bolt for that clamp. And now we're on to electrical. And my main fear is getting all these harnesses routed back like they were, so that when we start running this thing, we don't tear a wire out of this thing or anything like that. And everything working. So, because I have no knowledge of this machine, other than the motor was blew up when I bought it. So I have no idea what other problems it had, or anything. So hopefully we don't uncover a whole bunch of other issues that make this thing worthless. But yeah, we will see. We will see. Alright, so made a good bit of progress here. I'm pretty much buttoned up back here. I got this reinstalled. I'm getting the wiring kind of figured out. But I gotta get this top reinstalled so I can get this stuff put in, and there's still a good ways to go, but I think this is the fuel filter. I'm not totally sure because this over here also looks like a fuel filter. I don't really know what anything is. Maybe they're both filters. Anyway, it's all pretty much reinstalled kind of where it goes, but there's a lot of small things that I don't know right now. I gotta figure out where that went because before it was just embedded in mud. So I'm thinking it was a vent. I'm not 100% on that. I'm thinking it was though. because I didn't see, when I pulled the engine, I looked for somewhere down there for that to connect, and I didn't see a place. So as far as I know, it's a vent. It would be kind of stupid for them to run to, I mean, it came from the bottom of that fuel thing I was just showing you. So if that went to the bottom of the tank, that was just a bad design anyway, because that bottom's going to just fill up with dirt. So I may have to figure out some kind of other routing if that's the case, if we have a major fuel leak or something like that. But I looked at the tank and I don't remember seeing anything on it. But I mean, yeah, we're almost there. I got my fan reconnected, at least plugged in. Still got to get all this wiring zip tied back where it went and all that stuff. And this remounted. So yeah, we're making progress. This is just a little update. The pictures I took have helped me a lot, but I also wish I had some angles of things, and maybe I wish I had labeled a couple more connectors with zip ties or something like that, because I'm a little confused back here. All that ended up being really good. I labeled all that great. This back here, I should have done better with. Alright, so I'm getting the new fuel filters put in it, because that one had a hole in the bottom of it, plus it said John Deere on it, so it's possibly original. I made a bit of a mistake, and I forgot to put the hydraulic cooler in before I set in all this, and it might fit through here, maybe. If I take this loose and I take the fuel filter housing loose, maybe, but all this wiring's kind of in the way. So what I'm going to try first is pulling these as far as I can. I'm going to try to hook up the hydraulic cooler outside of it and then raise the boom. Then hopefully we'll be able to slide it in. I also haven't even got this thing to crank yet, so I don't even know if it's going to start, but I'm pretty sure this has to be hooked to something, because this is an inlet and a return, and I don't want a bunch of excessive pressure to build up in the feed hose and cause some sort of issue that I'm just going to have to deal with later. So yeah, that's the current dilemma, aside from the fuel filter problem. Well, we figured out how to get the hydraulic cooler in. It's in now. We ended up picking up the boom with the excavator, which is leaking down, but don't worry about that. Anyway, hydraulic cooler's in. A couple more things to button up, and then we're going to try to start this thing. Stop for a minute, let the starter cool off. Better hold faster. So that's good. We've improved that. A few more seconds to let it start it.
Send it. Send the old wing tong starter. Check for leaks.
Oh my God.
Damn, she started right up.
Oh dude, fuck yeah. Where's Brittany?
She sounded good too.
Where's Brittany? Alright. Alright, morning. So this thing sat here since last night. Probably around 6 o'clock it's been sitting. So we're gonna cold start it right now. I'll shut my muffin down. I have my muffin. Set that down right here. Doing a little bit of work to this one body panel because it was all bent up. Hey Georgie, come on in. When you sit in the seat, these come on and lower your lap bar. It's not gonna make me. Well, I guess I can hit the button first. Yeah, I'm gonna enter the code. All right. What? Well, got the code put in. So now this is first start. That was instant. That is impressive. Never had a common rail diesel before, and that is wild. Wow. So all the stuff now, we're gonna pump these tracks up, get the things put back on. We're gonna finish working that body panel. It's pretty close where it needs to be for it to work. And yeah, like this thing's not perfect. This is all bent up and stuff. And I do gotta take the stickers from the auction off. But yeah, it lights work. I need a lens or a whole new light for that one, but I'm honestly not that worried about it. This thing is, yeah, you can see how bad that body panel is right there. It needs some help too, but people just ran over stuff with it, I'm sure. Anyway, we're gonna get this thing done and out of here today. And if we get to doing any grading with it, I'll set up a camera. I'll set up a camera so you guys can see it in action. Alright, so as soon as I lifted the boom all the way up, the body panel came off, so it's missing this brackets on the other side, so we're going to cut a new one of those out now. That's the general shape. I'm gonna latch it in the vise and make these not as sharp. Get it almost exactly where it needs to be, and then we'll try it out on the machine. Alright, so when I lifted the boom up, this door fell off. I'm hoping that it's because this bracket was missing. So we just made another one. We're going to test fit it, and if it all works out, we're going to take it off and paint it. Alright, so I got this fixed. Got the latch bolted on. But the problem with the panel picking up wasn't that. They had these bolts, and it had one up there. I don't know if you can see now, but I swapped that out to a carriage bolt, and it's not picking up the panel anymore. So, and we also got this side fitted up, so it's ready to go. We're good. It drives, does everything it's supposed to do. We got the tracks pumped back up, and those cover plates are on. So, yeah, I gotta mess with this thing, but then after that, we're pretty much done. I just realized there's a bit more than just trash and boxes in there. My money don't jiggle jiggle. Oh, I like to see you wiggle wiggle. Oh, show. I'm gonna hook up the skeleton bucket.